This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Wednesday. We are midweek, so shout out to the midweeks. Hope everyone is doing well today. We have an action-packed show. We have a lot going on today. A lot of things I had to add in last minute, so that's why I was a few minutes late. I had to get my sheesh together because I just had to record a whole video of Gary Gensler. So yeah, I'm just going to get after it this morning. Again, if you guys are ready for the Zest, the news, the education, make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. Also, check out our two amazing sponsors, both Cake Wallet and Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off there. We also have a goal, as usual, of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. And make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Also, we have a goal of 16,745 subscribers. So let's try to hit that today and see if we can hit our goals. We like to achieve goals. We do. Also, I just put out this video on X. It would mean a lot to me if y'all could go like and retweet it. I will put the link right now in the live chat, so you guys can do that. But please go like that video of Gary Gensler and share it so more people know what he said today. And I'll play it for you guys as well. So just share it out for me. Thank you. Also, belated shout out, belated birthday shout out to Crimson. Happy birthday, Crimson. You're the G. Pamp it up for you. It's all good, Ethan. Hello. We're going to say good morning to everyone in the chat. We have Mark Smithson. We have All Set, XRP. Nice to see you, Mr. Yee. We have John Germain, Aquarian, Mark Smithson. I think I say hello to Aquarian Done Napping, John Legend, John Germain. We have Squeaky, Black Hat. Nice to see you, Auto, Galaxy 9. My girl Alexandra G is in the chat. Subi Cipher, nice to see you. Earl said, can you look at Floki today? Yes, just remind me at the end in case I forget. Lazarus, nice to see you guys in the chat. You guys are freaking popping. Christopher, Hannah, good morning. Rob got it. Yukio on X, good morning. Chase, hello, nice to see you. Who else we have? Digi, nice to see you. You made it today. Crimson on X, nice to see you. Andy S, Habibi, nice to see you. Who else? Johnny Sun Chan, nice to see you. Gary helping us by destroying the market. Gary's just a huckster, bro. What is he going to do? We have IBTC on X. Nice to see you. Good morning. AB. Oh, gosh. Crypto Farmer. True. Dogecoin is in the chat. Hello. Said Dogecoin to the moon, Habibi. Yes. I love my little Doji sticker right there. We have Misko in the chat. Brandon E. AB. Say good morning to Andy No S. Oh, hello, Andy No Ass. Baba Yaz said, hello from Florida, pump it up. Oh, boy, I want to be there right now. We have Nilo on X as well. Nice to see you. Alvio is here. Oh, boy, you guys are just popping. If I didn't say hello to anyone, and if I missed you, then you could yell at me. It's fine. Ban Gain, it's nice to see you. Thank you for all the love and sharing over there on TikTok. Dino is over there. I see you, Dino. I see you. Guys, we're going to get after it. Please make sure you're smashing the likes and sharing this out with friends. Like I said, we have a lot going on. Bitcoin is trying to just make some moves. She's at 70.7. It's about time that she's making some moves. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. We did hit that beautiful line right there. We wanted to have a nice ride up to 71.5 or 71.460 to be more kind of precise about it. And we were just right under that. So Bitcoin's doing really well. I'm happy for her. Money flow is finally in the green. So hopefully we see some nice price action. We really want to confidently push through 71.5 and potentially just go to all-time highs. Like that's if things just go really well. Because again, for us to break that all-time high right here of like 73.8, that's not far. That's not far at all. And I think Bitcoin, if she could do that in one push. So I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about Bitcoin. I'm really bullish on the entire space, especially because of what's going on everywhere around us, you know? Just a crazy life we live in. Hi, Sophisticated. Hi, Uncle Jimmy and Keen Bean. Whaley, hello. Guys, we need to get after it because the first piece of news we have is actually really important. And everything I'm going to talk about, obviously, is very important. But holy sheesh. We have the New York Stock Exchange. We got the NASDAQ. We got SIBO. We have a few others. But primarily NASDAQ and NYSE are basically like the duopoly of the stock market, where do we need more competition? Do we need another stock exchange? Well, it seems as though we don't really get to answer that question. BlackRock does, as always. BlackRock is going to team up with Citadel to create a digital exchange for stockery to compete with the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. This will be in Texas. It's going to be the Texas Stock Exchange. So you guys need to check this out. And I'm sure Uncle Jimmy and all my Texan friends are going to have an opinion on this one because BlackRock is coming to your city or your state. We got a group backed by Wall Street heavyweights BlackRock and Citadel Securities planning to start a new national stock exchange in Texas, aiming to take on what they see as the regulation that is really behind the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ, which again I mentioned is a duopoly. The Texas Stock Exchange, which raised approximately $120 million from individuals and large investment firms, plans to file registration documents with the SEC later this year, CEO James Lee told the Wall Street Journal. The goal is to begin facilitating trades in 2025 and host its first listing in 2026. The exchange is aiming to tap into the disaffection with increasing compliance costs at NASDAQ and NYSE and newer rules like the ones targeting for board diversity at NASDAQ. Backers of TXSE, as it is known, pledge it will be more CEO friendly. Obviously, they're saying Dallas has become one of, if not the most dominant financial centers in the country, if not the world, according to Lee. And for months, talk has been swirling in the trading communities about an upstart anti-woke exchange launching in Texas. And it's funny that like an anti-woke exchange would be backed by BlackRock and Citadel. I just think there's a lot of irony in that. But at the end of the day, we do know that there's other exchanges like SIBO, IEX, but except they don't really capture the amount of the market like NASDAQ, like the New York Stock Exchange. And there have been different stock exchanges that have come out before that have failed or got acquired by bigger ones. But do you guys think that really BlackRock and Citadel have a chance at really making this work because they are eyeing these ETFs? And news people, especially from Cointelegraph, they're saying a new stock exchange is also good news for investors looking to gain exposure to crypto because it means more competition pressure for the two major exchanges. And apparently they are eyeing these ETFs. They want it to maybe be more pro-crypto. So if you guys are interested in that and you're in Texas, you want to have some more marketry in your state, then BlackRock is looking to come and hang out with you. So yeah, it's just a wild. Dallas be popping here. Yeah, Dallas is Dallasing right now. Like literally, Dallas is so cool. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been, but it's cool. And I think I like Texas. I really do. But I think this is just another way for BlackRock to get their hands into everything else like they usually do and to eventually control the market. Like what if they do launch this Texas Stock Exchange and they become the monopoly and kick out the duopoly of New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ? Right, Bean. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. Very interesting stuff going on. Very, very interesting. And on top of that, we have things going on with Ripple, XRP. Also, Gary Gensler this morning. That's just absolutely wild and bonkers. I mean, things just get more and more interesting every day, to say the least. So we're going to get into first. Let's do Ripple first. Because we know that Brad Garlinghouse was at Consensus and saying that, hey man, I believe that there will be an XRP ETF by 2025. And he was talking on the Liz Claman Countdown yesterday on Fox Business about XRP, the ETFs, and everything surrounding it. And I want to know your thoughts on it in the chat.
You down in court.
Yeah.
Don't you think that Gensler and company might just say, now that one, no way?
I think it's a hard argument with them to win. I mean, can they make life difficult? They've made life difficult for a lot of people, then they've lost in court. What I was talking about at the Consensus Conference last week in Austin was that people don't want just exposure to one commodity. So if you have exposure to gold, you might want exposure to silver. If you have exposure to other commodities. And so to me, it only makes sense. You don't want to have just a single threaded asset exposure. So I think people also forget that it wasn't that long ago, before the SEC got involved, that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. That was before the SEC kind of anointed ETH. Then they couldn't answer the question, is ETH a security or not? And now they've approved the ETF. They contradict each other. It's very contradict themselves. It's very difficult to follow.
Let's not assume that all our investor audience understand what XRP is. XRP is the token or the coin that Ripple, which is a money transaction site, right, that is charged, right?
Yeah.
You get paid in XRP, but it's become something that people can also buy whether they use the Ripple blockchain, right?
Correct. So XRP is a digital asset, not that dissimilar than Bitcoin or ETH. There's different characteristics of each asset. Bitcoin has really become digital gold and has thrived because of that. ETH, there's a lot of excitement around the smart contracts capabilities. XRP is extremely fast on a per transaction basis and extremely inexpensive. People talk about gas fees and transaction costs of some other tokens. Ripple uses XRP as part of our technical stack to do cross-border payment flows.
And you charge whoever is moving the money,
Correct.
What, 0.00001 of XRP, which stands around 51 cents or something right now. But here's my question. Right now, the main competitor in that space is SWIFT. That, of course, is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Transactions. That's the global one that a lot of people use. They charge much more, do they not?
Yeah, they really are the dominant. I mean, SWIFT has been around for, 50, 60 years. And the frustrating part for all of us as users of SWIFT is that it really hasn't changed in 50 or 60 years. The architecture of how it works, it means it's slow, it's expensive, and frankly, it's quite error prone. Some studies have shown that about 6% of all SWIFT attempts to wire a SWIFT transaction end up in errors that bounce back, and then it takes days to get it back.
What about you guys?
Well, an XRP transaction and a payment flow for us is really real time. It's instant, it's cross-border, and the really powerful thing for a lot of our customers is they don't have to pre-fund accounts because our customers are financial institutions. And the way SWIFT works is you're pre-funding, you have dormant capital sitting in other banks around the world. Using XRP, using RippleNet, our payments network, you don't have to pre-fund.
When we look at this suddenly coming alive cryptocurrency, at least in the past week or so now we've got Bitcoin back above 70,000. Some people are making the connection between that and the Roaring Kitty re-entry into the world, reactivating his account on Reddit and saying he owns $115 million worth of GameStop shares. Do you see any connection between his sudden emergence and all of the cryptos moving higher, like a meme stock feel back in 2021 where people were also diving into crypto?
Yeah, I think this momentum is really driven from what's happening on a political basis. And the United States remains the largest economy in the world, and it has been kind of backwards as its approach to cryptocurrencies. Countries like the UK are way ahead, Japan, Singapore, Switzerland. I mean, we are really behind the rest of the world.
And Ripple has offices in many of those cities.
We do. We have 14 offices around the world. And so for me, I think what's really driving the momentum right now is seeing that, you even said this earlier, the voice of crypto, the voice of Ripple, and is really gone up in the conversation in the United States. I think you're seeing shifts.
Well, some of that is money.
So that was an interesting interview. He didn't really say much. He compared them to Swift. I mean, I don't know. They don't really go too deep into Ripple and XRP. Hey, Brad G, do you own any? Or how much XRP token do the executives own? So yeah, I just think it's pretty wild, that interview. But I think it missed a little bit, but I think it told you a lot that the fact that they're having Brad G on TV right now says that maybe the market's picking up. Maybe there is a possibility for that XRP ETF. Do you think there will be an XRP ETF? Put a 1 or a yes emoji or 2 and a no emoji. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Oh, Sam says, hello, Samir from Dubai, new to your channel today. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Chad, the stream was downranked. I couldn't find it on the main page. Really? I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not even gonna get into it because it's just it's a rigged game for sure, and it's definitely frustrating. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it. But guys, please make sure you smash the like and share this out because obviously we're getting a little bit jailed. So if you guys could share this out, it would just help us a darn lot. All right. Let's keep going. Also, the new news, besides Ripple, XRP ETF, we do have Gary Gensler that was on CNBC this morning. Absolutely hilarious. Dude, I was just shocked. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be shocked because he's just a
hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
They brought up meme coins, Bonk, Sushi Swap, even things like Immutable, Ronin. So they brought up gaming tokens as well. Guys, this is a really wild clip. You guys have to listen to it. Gary Gensler talking about meme coin ETFs.
Okay, now, Polkadot, Cordana, Cosmos, Immutable, Ronin, Bonk, Osmosis, Sushi Swap, My Neighbor Alice have all traded millions. I'm talking about millions of dollars this very morning. Now, should we have a Sushi Swap, maybe an ETF, or the proprietary kind? Just said,
thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
You beat me to ITT. Q Gary again.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Jimmy, give me a golly in the chat. Thank you, Justin. Justin, you're such a sweetie. You're such a sweetie. Have me cue the Gary. Hold on. Let's listen to Gary, man. Because again, this is just wild. It's so huckster-like. Listen. And again, he's such a politician too, because I could go back and probably record another clip of him talking about insider trading. It was just a mockery. It was a mockery of the whole thing.
Okay, now, Polkadot, Cordana, Cosmos, Immutable, Ronin, Bonk, Osmosis, Sushi Swap, My Neighbor Alice have all traded millions. I'm talking about millions of dollars this very morning. Now, should we have a Sushi Swap, maybe an ETF, or the proprietary kind? Just said, I would think that Bonk is a natural. And
oh shoot! That scared me.
You are to level this morning. Let's get hype. Ga-a-oli-e.
Thank you. I know. I'm just like, I don't have like the voice I usually do today. But I'll try. I'm gonna get hype. I'll get more hype for you. I actually didn't drink enough coffee. That's probably it too. Thank you, Jimmy. Golly to you. Golly. That was hilarious how the thing read it. Guys, give me a rocket emoji in the chat. We need membership re-emojis for Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy just dropped a bomb. All right. There you go. Thank you so much, Jimmy. That's hilarious. Thank you.
I think that Bonk is a natural, and Osmosis, these are trading Gary, these are millions of dollars these things are traded. Shouldn't we have it? Shouldn't we have some sort of product?
Let me say something more broadly about the crypto markets. Right now, without prejudging anyone, these tokens, whether they're the ones Jim listed or other tokens, have not given you the disclosures that you not only need to make your investment decisions, but also that are required by the law. It's a basic concept in our securities market. We, the SEC, tomorrow are turning 90. Happy birthday, SEC, 90. And what President Roosevelt did is he created this commission to oversee that you, the investors, get disclosure. And in the crypto markets, they aren't giving you that disclosure. And secondly, that exchanges, like here, this floor, the New York Stock Exchange, get properly regulated to protect against fraud and manipulation, and they don't trade against you. And these crypto exchanges, Jim, are doing things we would never allow this New York Stock Exchange to do. Our laws don't allow you to trade against your customers. And so you...
Bro, what? He actually was. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? He goes, we don't prejudge. Meanwhile, he's listed Solana, Algorand, MATIC, so many more in these lawsuits. but he can't prejudge just one. Oh, but you can't talk about this one case, but you could file the case and have a lawsuit. What is he talking about crypto exchanges insider trading? Because if I remember correctly, there was a case with that with Coinbase, except that person got held accountable. Oh, and if there is insider trading with crypto, you see it on a magical technology called the blockchain. What? Wait, hold on. Gary, can I ask you about Nancy Pelosi? Nancy? Insider trading? Hello? Oh, wait. We don't get those questions answered. I don't know. It's a little bit odd to me that they talk about, oh, insider trading on crypto exchanges. Where's the proof of that? And two, where are all the people that insider trade in our own government? When asked about that too, Gary Gensler was like, there's not supposed to be insider trading without disclosures that are public, and that applies to everybody. But he wouldn't say if that would apply to people that are actively in Congress, people that are actively in our government. And when asked that, he was like, that it's been done before. There has been cases brought before. But not saying that he would do that again. So again, they talk about insider trading. They talk about all these things when it's the biggest double standard I've ever seen in my life, where even on the crypto side, how much insider trading goes on compared to that in our own government. The amount of money, the amount of people that would be able to do that. Because how many crypto exchanges are there, thanks to Gary? I don't know. I just think it's pretty wild that Gary Gensler gets to throw all of this out there. Except these people that put out these rules and these regulations don't even follow their own rules and regulations. On top of the SEC, that's 90 years old. 90-year-old laws? How is that even valid in 2024 when digital assets, all these assets that are around now, weren't even conceptualized 90 years ago? Now, all of a sudden, those rules created for a technology that didn't exist have to apply? No, it does not make sense, and it shouldn't make sense because it's absolutely despicable. Regulation by enforcement does not work, and this was the biggest softball interview I've ever seen because, again, they didn't ask him, let's get some answers, yes or no this, yes or no that. They bring up all these specific coins and lawsuits, but why can't you single them out when you're on the air, but you could while you're filing all these suits? Come on, Gary. Let's get real. But at the end of the day, they do talk about these meme coin ETFs, which makes you think, again, if they are talking about meme coin ETFs, the possibility of an XRP ETF, a Solana ETF, a Litecoin ETF, all these other ETFs do not seem that far off. Even including the ETH ETF, which is like 75% approved, and they didn't approve it to even trade yet. So that's another whole obstacle we have to get to. This is all political stuff, all political. And if Gary was smart, and I think he is smart to a degree, if Gary was smart, this man literally would have said that cryptocurrency, I can't name one, but we would endorse other cryptocurrency ETFs. If you guys agree, if you guys think Gary's a huckster, fraudster,
hucksters,
put his emoji
fraudsters,
in the chat. We need Gary emojis
scam
everywhere.
artists, Ponzi schemes.
I don't know. I could even. Yeah, that's just wild. Rudput's a member for 13 months. Oh my gosh, like over a year. Best afternoon stream crypto world. Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you. You're awesome, Rud. Thank you for being a friend for so long. Over a year, that's so long. Brian, is this the real account? Yes, this is my real account. I don't have another one. Hi, Chef Shock. Nice to see you. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Give me those Gary emojis. It's just funny. The whole duo of Gary Gensler and Jim Cramer was just a lot for us. Just a lot for the audience. A lot for my eyeballs to handle, in all honesty. Now, Gary Gensler, being the huckster that he is, he's going to continue being a huckster. He's going to continue doing whatever he wants. And that includes the Nigerian government as well. The Nigerian government gets to do whatever they want, where if you guys, again, do not know the backstory of what's going on with the battle of Binance versus Nigeria, Nigeria was blaming Binance for the collapse or the decline of their native currency, the Naira. So there were billions of dollars of untraceable transactions on Binance, that they wanted millions of dollars paid to them from Binance. there was a meeting that was going to be with 2 Binance executives in Nigeria. Well, obviously, there is no Binance agent for Nigeria because there is no physical entity there. Yet, they went there and they were taken hostage by the government. Apparently, there was a little hush-hush payment that could have been made to make this all go away, but Tigran, the U.S. citizen that is still in Nigeria, said no. Now, that is a good thing to do. Don't let them have the briberies. But at the end of the day, now Tigran is in a harsh facility in Nigeria where he has apparently contracted malaria. And when it showed up to the court dates, he was collapsing on the floor and has not gotten the appropriate medical care. They have not transferred him to a hospital. And this, again, is putting his life in danger. And gosh knows what's happening to this poor man behind closed doors, especially because he wouldn't give them the money. House members are now sending a letter to the whole freaking government right here, to the president, to all of these other people surrounding the president, to say, hey, man, let's bring him home. Especially because Tigran, one of the Binance executives that's a U.S. citizen, was working for the IRS at one point. He is a federal agent or an ex-federal agent that brought people into compliance, that wanted to bring compliance to Binance, and has been doing just that. Here's the letter. Again, to the president and others surrounding him. As you know, Tigran, a U.S. citizen and former federal agent, is being wrongfully detained by the Nigerian government. His background is impressive and distinguished. He served at the IRS for over 10 years, joining the world's largest crypto exchange, Binance, where he's the head of financial crime compliance. During his tenure at the IRS, seized $4.725 billion in illicit funds for the government. He wanted justice. On February 26, he traveled to Nigeria at the invitation of the government for high-level meetings regarding Binance's compliance issues with the country. After 2 rounds of meetings, which were described as starting professional, then becoming hostile, the government took him hostage. Armed guards escorted him to his hotel room where he had to surrender his passport. After packing his belongings, he was taken to the government-owned house, referred as the guest house. For 5 days, he was held hostage without the ability to inform his family, attorneys, or the DOJ or the U.S. Department for his situation. He was detained by the authorities who held him for 14 days, and that expired. Subsequently, the government charged him with several crimes because of Binance, and he was transferred to a prison known for its harsh conditions. The government has admitted openly in court that he's being tried in lieu of pursuing legal action against his employer. They're saying that because, again, there is no physical entity of Binance, he's the only physical piece that they have of the company. So this is what they said in court. The first defendant, Binance, is operating virtually. The only thing we have to hold on to is this defendant, who is Tigran. So we pray, my Lord, to refuse bail to the defendant. That is absolutely explosively obnoxious. That they know they can't capture someone from Binance, so they literally just hold the first person they could. That is wild to me. Obviously, he's had harsh treatment. And it's crucial to emphasize that the charges he has are baseless and constitute coercion tactic by the Nigerian government to extort Binance. Now, in recent developments, they're saying his case is disturbing because, again, when he showed up to court, he was obviously, the first time he wasn't even able to show up. They didn't know where he was. He showed up the next day where they rescheduled the hearing, and he collapsed on the floor. They took him back to prison and have not, again, given him medical treatment. They even say within this letter that they urgently request and strongly encourage the transfer of his case to the office of the Special Presidential Envoy for Hostage Affairs. His health and well-being are in danger, and we fear for his life. Immediate action is essential to ensure his safety and preserve his life. We must act swiftly before it's too late. These are the people that signed off on it. Remember their names, because they're the only people that care about this poor man that has been held in Nigeria, has malaria, and is quite possibly dying, and they fear for his life because they won't let him go. What kind of government is that? What kind of corruption is that? That because they didn't pay them off, the Nigerian government, now they're going to hold this man captive and possibly let him die because he is sick? That is mental to me. That is mental. But it shows the corruption. It shows how powerful these governments are. And it shows how weak ours is that we can't even get this man back here. Because we know that if our government really wants somebody to be transferred back to the United States, oh boy, they're going to get them here. And this is a perfect example of someone that does not politically align with our government doing crypto items. And even though he worked for the IRS, seizing over $4 billion for them, bringing justice, they still won't save him. I mean, the lack of representation, the lack of compassion, the lack of literally power to go and do that and save this man, it's horrible. It's sad. It's really sad. And I feel for Tigran. I feel for Binance. I feel for his wife and his children. That her husband, their kid's papa, is locked up and sick, and they have no idea what to do or how to get to him. And he's wrongfully jailed at that. Someone that's done good his whole life, brought justice to our own government, won't help him. I understand it's a process. I understand that it may take time, but how much time does this man have when his health is at risk? You know, I think things need to be done as soon as possible. It upsets me greatly. And I wish, again, nothing but the best for him. Guys, please make sure you're smashing the likes and sharing. I know that people are sleepy today and things like that, but let's get after it, please. We have 21 likes until we hit that 100. Por favor, let's pamp it up.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
All right. Speaking of the IRS, poor Tigran. I feel for that man greatly. Feel for him greatly. We have FTX and SBF news. Oh boy. FTX and the IRS reached a settlement for approximately $885 million. Apparently $200 million will be paid by the FTX debtors. And again, there's going to be a lower priority claim of the 685, so the rest of it. But $200 million will be paid by the debtors. Absolutely explosive number right there. The FTX estate and the IRS proposed a settlement that would see the bankrupt exchange's estate pay the government nearly $1 billion, which is the total sum of $885 million. And this is far from the $24 billion that was originally sought out for by the IRS. As part of the plan, the debtors are going to pay $200 million within 60 days of confirmation. The other $685 million will be paid to the extent of funds available in accordance with the settlement, meaning that the claim is on the lower priority list and others will be paid out first. There will be a hearing on the motion held on June 25th, and the debtors pushed back against the $24 billion claim by the government, warning that FTX, while operational, never earned anything anywhere near amounts that could support that claim. What is it all about? Money. The IRS making bank. That's all they care about. And while the FTX estate is going to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to the IRS, which what are they doing with that money? Who are they protecting with said money? They're just going to take that money and hire more people to come after crypto and watch your $600 transaction on Venmo. But, the government just loses money whenever they want. That's fine. Billions of dollars, we don't know where it went. I'm blind. I can't see. Sam Bankman-Fried, he got transferred out of state recently to Oklahoma City. And now he's back in New York for his appeal. And obviously, we know he does not want to spend time in prison, but he's going to appeal it. He's going to make sure he is able to play his League of Legends. Now, the U.S. officials have returned him to MDC Brooklyn after a brief stint at a transfer facility in Oklahoma. Inmate records for the Federal Bureau of Prisons showed that he was being held at MDC Brooklyn after roughly a week at the Federal Transfer Center in Oklahoma City. Many speculated that he intended to go to California to be with his parents. It's unclear why he came back to New York, but again, he might be appealing that he might be appealing his sentence, which is 25 years. And the court did advise him to stay in New York in order to have that whole case go down. I don't know what's going to happen next. There is no date or public information about an appeal as of right now. But SBF, bro, he got his 25 years in prison. Does he deserve it? Who am I to say? But at the end of the day, he did commit many crimes. He stole from many people, and he got to live the lush life with his parents. And his parents are the one that really get to benefit. Because what kind of money got clawed back from his parents? How much money did they make on the whole ordeal? And they're not held accountable. When they were in charge of all the donations, all the charities went through Papa SBF. So where are the answers from them? Odd. Oh, poop, I missed this. Oh, we have more SEC news. I forgot about this. Guys, the SEC is actually shutting down one of their offices. Now, we know that they had a case against DebtBox. And they were like, oh, no, there was a gross abuse of power here. So now the SEC lost that case, right? And they have to give money back to DebtBox. I believe it was $1.8 million in all of their costs that were accrued there. Now the SEC is shutting down the office that was behind that. And why? Because they had a gross abuse of power. And obviously, the SEC itself should shudder a little bit more. But this is the latest. The SEC's Salt Lake City office, notorious in the crypto world for its failed fraud lawsuit against DebtBox, is going to shut down after seeing significant attrition among its staff, some of whom were pushed out over the case. The SEC lawyers Michael Welch and Joseph Watkins resigned in April after a federal judge sanctioned them for committing a gross abuse of power and seeking to freeze the assets of the Utah-based crypto company DebtBox on misleading grounds. Just last week, the judge dismissed that case and ordered the SEC to pay $1.8 million in legal fees. Oh, an L. Oh, a loss. The SEC is just taking L after L after L. R.I.P. R.I.P. the SEC. Hashtag fire Gary Gensler. The little huckster himself. The little huckster. Wild. Also, shout out to Yankee in the chat. Shalom. Shalom. Nice to see you, my friend. Yankee is awesome. He does real news and things. Hello, Liberty and Trust. I like your name, my friend. I like that. Guys, please smash the like, subscribe.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Why does this girl hate the SEC? LMAO. How do y'all want more sheesh like Madoff to happen? The SEC, bro, Gary Gensler was meeting with SBF behind FTX, and that was one of the biggest frauds in history. Oh, shoot. Hold up. Sorry, my TV just started to play. What the? Oh my gosh. Jim Cramer just started yapping on my screen. But yeah, like Gary Gensler literally was meeting with SBF, knew fully about FTX, and what, did nothing. Gary Gensler going off about everybody in crypto, yet he loved crypto. Said Algorand was a security, yet he was talking about Algorand while he was at MIT. Like, come on. Like, if you don't understand why people in crypto don't like Gary Gensler, then you've been missing a little bit. You've been missing a little bit. Yeah, the TV, like, I don't know what went on. Like, it got possessed. Did I watch Gary Gensler on Cramer today? Yes, I did. I did share the video on X. Again, if you guys do want to see this video and you want to share it, it would make my heart all very warm and fuzzy. If you would like and retweet it, please. Like and retweet. But yeah, I did play the video. He was talking about bonk, meme coin ETFs. Like, it was pretty wild. It was a pretty wild thing. Now, I do want to go into the market recap. So if y'all are ready for that, let's get into it. We do have some things going on with Bitcoin, crypto. We have a nice sea of green today. That we got Floki that's doing good today. I know someone wanted me to look at Floki at the beginning of the show. Who was it that wanted me to look at Floki? Remind me again in a minute. Uniswap doing good. I'm surprised Sushi isn't mooning because Sushi was brought up right here. Like all the coins that were brought up were right here. Let's play the video really quick.
Okay, now, Polkadot, Cordana, Cosmos, Immutable, Ronin, Bonk, Osmosis, Sushi Swap, My Neighbor Alice have all traded.
Like the ones he brought up were very oddly specific, don't you think? I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see some things go on here. He also talked about Kramer coin, which was wild. He said, yes, he did say Cardano. He does tend to make up his own words, but, you know, I kind of do the same thing, so I can't blame little Jimmy Jim. But he's calling out for all of these meme coins. Yes, Earl, you mentioned Floki. Earl, I got you in a minute. Remind me. Okay, so what we got going on right now is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoining, obviously. 70.7K. VWAP is a little bit too flat for my liking. I feel like we had a nice move, but we might, on the smaller time frames, be drawing back a little bit. You can see here on the hour that there was some Christmas tree action with our dots here, but we were kind of just tapping this wall and slipping. So we could have a little bit of slippage that maybe could bring us back to that 69K, but I hope that's not the case. I hope that we could just sustain range and blast off. But we're seeing some struggle on the lower time frames this morning. We have Bitcoin, though, that did see $880 million of inflows for the ETFs yesterday, and that was led by Fidelity. So we do have a lot of buying going on. We have a lot of people accumulating Bitcoin. If you look at all the whales, they are moving some stuff. We are just getting after it in terms of accumulation. There's a lot of accumulation going on right now, especially with Litecoin, and we'll get to that in a little bit of minutes. Ethereum, too, is 3,798 right now. Very, very tight range on the daily here for Ethereum. We do have the VWAP that is actively trying to breach through that zero line. RSI is doing quite all right. She's all right. She's a little bit choppy. So that's kind of explains the price action. But we really want to break into that golden zone of 39.50. Let's bring that golden zone back over here. Golden zone of 39.50 and blast to that 41.75. If that's what I think could happen if we just blast through that 39.50 with confidence. Because again, the selling pressure there is absolutely immense. Absolutely immense. So I would watch out for that. Also, there's rumored to be a supply shock for ETH because if you look at the ETFs, if they launch, there would be right here. Where was the stat? Okay. Based on current trends, they're saying the amount of Ethereum that they would need would be 800,000 ETH, which is 1.26 million of ETH. Or so 800,000 to 1.26 million that could be accumulated. That's pointly, like it's about 1% of the total supply. And they're saying that this alone could cause a supply shock, even though we do know Ethereum is inflationary to a degree. But they're saying based off of the Bitcoin ETFs and the supply there that we may have a supply shock with ETH. And it does kind of make sense, even though it is only around 1% of the supply. We know that the amount of Ethereum held on exchanges is at a 6-year low. So if we do have the ETH ETFs launch, there may not be enough ETH on these exchanges for people to buy retail. Also, we have Litecoin today that's $84, and that's the same price as the summit ticket, which you could pay for in Litecoin, July 24th to the 25th.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Outside of overseeing the largest transfer of wealth in human history from the middle CL to the mega rich, and every train wreck in market history, can you tell me what else they have done to help face palming?
Exactly. They don't do anything helpful, hucksters. Very true, Cray. July 24th to the 25th. I'm sure Cray's going to be there, right, Cray? for the Litecoin Summit. Make sure you guys are there. $84 a ticket. Litecoin is $84 right now. We have a fresh green dot printed there. VWAP going well. Also, some nice curvature on this money flow. Let's freaking moon. Again, VWAP is doing really, really well. I like it. Also, we're breaking through this neutral I want to moon right now. So let's have this RSI just launch. And ideally, again, we want to break through that 85, go straight to 97 bucks. That is the ideal hope, because again, the selling pressure at 85 is crazy. But if we could just blast off, I think we have potential. I think we have potential. But otherwise, again, bullish scenario is 85, then 91, then 97. Bearish level is breaking below the 200-day SMA and heading towards 75 bucks again. Always got to give you the bullish and the bearish, right, Helton? Dogecoin is 16 cents, 0.5% in the green. Fresh green dot printed. VWAP looking good. Money flow is meh. She's meh. But she's moving on up, which is nice. And then you have the RSI that's going bullish, which is cool. 17.5 cents is the goal for now. Staying above 16 is obviously ideal. Or really 15 cents. Staying above 15 cents is ideal. Do we have chartery requests? Do we have chartery requests? Does the Litecoin conference price go up? No, it's always been $84. You could pay with Litecoin. You could pay with Litecoin if you want. Yes, you could. And also, whatchamacallit, words. You could pay with cash. You could pay with Litecoin. The price has remained the same. It doesn't change.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Speaking of moon, Kick My Dog on Solana is going bananas.
Kick My Dog.
It's pretty insane.
Hi, DS. Thank you for that. Let me do Floki, and then I will check that out. Let me do Floki first really quick. So Floki right now, ooh, hitting those all-time highs. Hitting those all-time highs. I think this is the all-time high. This is the Binance chart. I believe this is all-time highs. We had that support here at 1360, and then we also had 21,331 that we had nice support at, and we just blasted off, and we had to break through that pressure of 29858. So that would be your bearish scenario. Other than that, like, it's doing really well, really well. We have a green dot that printed like a day or two ago, mooning. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's look at the RSI that is overbought. So again, with overbought could indicate an incoming downtrend, but it is nowhere near as overbought as right here on March 3rd. March 3rd was even right around here. We were kind of breaching this level before hitting all-time highs. So that was pretty interesting. And then she started to cool off by the end. Like, by the time it hit all-time high, we were cooling off on that RSI. But she has room to run if she wants to. But what goes up maybe must come down, being that in the past year, you're up 1,037%. That's wild. But yeah, Floki's looking good. Floki's looking pretty zesty. But always look for a pullback when you hit all-time high on anything. All right, so Kick My Dog. That sounds violent. Kick My Dog? I don't see this. Yeah, I don't even know where to find this. Do I find this on Dex Tools? Kick My... Oh, wait, I got it. I believe this is it. Yeah, that I got no words for, dude. Like, thank you for the super chat and everything. I got no words for that one. Obviously, you're at all-time highs. The support is like 0.001021. Like, that's really the only thing you could say about this, because, again, it's like way too new. Way too new. And also, she just ran up yesterday and today. So there's not much you could say about it. Other than just wow. Other than wow. You're up 2,450% in the last 24 hours. Like, that is absolutely nuts. And if you want to look at the hourly, your support on the hourly is at 0.004552. Other than that, I got nothing for you. That's pretty nuts what you got going on here. But again, all these meme coins that you find on things like Dex Tools, be extremely extremely, extremely careful because those are so volatile and scary. Oh, shoot. BNB, guys, hit an all-time high. Holy sheesh. Let's get that chartery right now because BNB was absolutely zesting. If you look at what we were talking about yesterday, we were talking about the all-time highs being hit for Binance, and it did happen, which is great. $702 right now, 2.36% in the green. Money flow looking good. Momentum shooting for the moon, and the VWAP is pulling back just a little bit, which would make sense. I mean, hitting all-time highs. Very overbought RSI, which you know what that could mean. I would say again, watch out for again. Oh poop. Right here, where the all-time high was, the closure of that was 675.40. The wick high was 691. So we are above both the closure and the wick high at the moment. It's just a matter of if we're going to hold, but the bearish level to look at is 507, 506. I saw a Stacks chartery. Also, shout out to my Pipers. Shout out to you guys. Okay. So Stacks is $2.21. Money flow is flowing. Not as good as we would like, but hopefully she comes into the green soon. Momentum, we're hoping to breach that zero line. VWAP is looking pretty decent, and we have the RSI that's really shooting, which is nice. We like a nice, confident move, especially because this $2.07 200-day SMA is in our way. And if we could confidently keep closing above this for multiple days, we want to hit 233, 234, and hit that 285, 286. Hopefully the 200-day SMA supercharges us right here with Stacks. How's GME looking? We can look at GameStop. GameStop is up 12% today. They tried to really crush it a few days ago. She's trying to come back. We need to hold right here, the $27. That's where you really want to hold based on the past and all the selling pressure there. Bearish scenario is that $16, and bullish, you're really aiming for 37. Obviously, there's a bullish level above that, but we'll handle it when we get there. Good morning, user. Good morning. Do you think SHIB is old news? I don't think SHIB is necessarily old news. I mean, it's still relatively news. I mean, it has. I think anything really has potential. I mean, this is crypto. Anything could happen here, so I wouldn't be surprised at anything that goes on. No wants XRP. Okay, sure. XRP 52 cents, almost 53. Green dot. VWAP going. Money flow finally green. RSI choppy but above, not below, above that neutral. I would look for 54 cents. That's really what you're looking for. And the 200-day SMA of 52. Or no, 57, apologies. 57 cents. Bearishly 48 still. But yeah, wild. Hi, Zaza. Nice to see you, Zaza. Jeff, did I see Caspa? Yeah, I did. Caspa, we were looking at, it is at all-time high. She is kind of battling this wick high from like February, but doing really well. Your bearish scenario there is 16 cents. I knew Noah would react to that one. Let's do DNX. Sure. All right. Oh, I'm worried. I am worried for little Dine. Okay. So critical levels at the moment. Okay. So we have 54 cents. Things aren't looking too swell here, especially the money flow. It looks like people are exiting right now. 54.5 cents just above that is where we need to be, where we need to hold. Obviously, we really haven't been holding it. We bounced off this 40.5 cents, came back, but we need to hold that. Otherwise, then I'm worried about literally just the next level below this is pretty much zero or 10 cents where it started off, or I would say probably around right here. But you could see even where she found support at 40.5 cents, there was selling pressure back here in July of 2023. So I'd be very careful. A little bit scary, the little Dynex. You bought at 40 cents. I hope for nothing but the best for you, man. It's a scary, scary chart. Shatan said send XRP to the moon. Oh boy, oh boy. Do we have Tave? Oh, hello, Tave. Tave, why aren't you on YouTube? Sui. Okay, let's do some Suis. Hello, Tradefly. Nice to see you, my friend. Okay, so Sui, seems like we're trying to break through this $8. Everything looks pretty okay except for the money flow. I would look for the 200-day SMA at $1.21 is the bullish scenario and super blast that to $1.40. Otherwise, if we don't hold this $8, then I would look at 79 cents as the bearish scenario. Crazy. Crazy charteries. Crazy charteries. Beautiful. Guys, please make sure you're smashing the like. Share this out. It's going to get very beautiful. Trade Intuition, thank you. I appreciate you liking and things. Every like, comment, share helps out for hashtag GTFONYC. I got you, Tave. Hello, Ringa Apes. Dave is at the gym. Dude, I did legs yesterday. I'm hurting very badly. I'm sore. I am sore. Randi Hipper language book coming soon. Yes, I would love that. I would actually really love that. Can we make that happen? But yeah, like a lot of interesting things going on, especially with what Gary Gensler was saying this morning, the Ripple XRP saga that we've been dealing with. I don't know. I'm very interested to see what happens because I think we're going to see a lot of change in the next year, especially because it's a lucky year and everything like that. A lucky years get spicy. So I'm just letting y'all know that I think, oh, my earbud fell, that I think we need to buckle up. We need to keep calm. We need to hodl on. You need to be ready if big moves happen in either direction. Price go up, price go down. People get mad. People don't in our govy. Guys, get ready. Buckle up. It's going to be explosive. Especially because, again, this is a revolution we're a part of. Like I say all the time, revolutions are not easy. And we're just here to get after it, enjoy ourselves, and be part of something that's bigger than us. This is bigger than all of us. This is bigger than the country. This is bigger than civilization. This is the world. This is the future. This is going to determine how the generations after us live, if they're going to live in freedom, or are they going to maybe take a step back in history and have to fight back. And I think right now we did take a half step back, but we're trying to take 3 steps forward with Bitcoin and crypto. So yeah, I really do believe that we're a part of something absolutely huge. I mean, I'm so thankful to be a part of it. Tradefly said the boom got him. No, it's okay. It's okay. Morphin said it's a peaceful revolution. Absolutely. There is no weapon you have to pick up to defend Bitcoin. You just use it. You just own it. You empower yourself with it. So guys, thank you so much for just being a part of the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being such amazing, zesty people. If you haven't yet, please make sure you smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. I will be back tomorrow, as always. And if things pop off, things start to go crazy, I'm going to try to be back here. I have a few things I have to take care of today. Crazy things going on in life, right? Crazy things, crazy, crazy. But I'm hoping to do some more things. And this weekend, I know I'm going to do some Dogecoin stuff, so I'll keep you posted on that. But thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hope you guys have an amazing day, a happy Wednesday, happy midweek. Wick, I hope you're feeling better. Happy belated to Crimson. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't yet, please, again, smash the like, subscribe, share it out. I'll see you later. Stay zesty. Peace.